Alright guys, we are back here live on the channel, the National Wrestling Shooters, where we shoot from hip as always. And guys, it is another NWS Wrestling Discussions, episode number 16, I guess. You can kind of tie this in with another wrestling reality sort of deal, because I'm going to be talking about one Frankie Kazarian and his tweet. But real quick, I seen a comment from someone who decided to leave a comment on my good friend Scott Kazarian's video on Brock Lesnar. And let me just address this really quick. It sucks I have to address this, but I feel like I'm obligated to put this out there. Having a different opinion from someone on here, or anywhere in general, that's perfectly fine. You want to disagree with someone, that's perfectly fine. Everyone has different opinions because that's what makes the world go round, right? Right. This isn't any relation to the topic at hand anyway. But calling someone a, quote, fucking retard, and if you do end up watching this video, I'm going to let you know right now, that is unacceptable. I'm going to go through real quick an example of a good comment.
Come check out Clayton's place.
Got you.
Butchie, Clayton wants you. Butchie!
What?
You lazy ass. Butchie! Daddy's home. Daddy's home. Go.
Sorry about that, folks. Little brother had a birthday recently and wanted me to check something out real quick. But anyway, I'm gonna go through real quick. I'm not gonna name names or anything. I'm gonna go through an example of, I guess you could say, a good comment from someone who had a different opinion, and someone with a bad comment. I'm not gonna name names. You know who you are. If you love the good comment, then you know what? Good to you. If not, then, well, hopefully you take this as a bit of a, I don't know, a good comment. I wouldn't say that nobody wants to see Brock Lesnar. I'm pretty sure that there is wrestling fans that are happy that Roman didn't win. So there you go. You see, similar to the point of, hey, I don't necessarily agree with that, and I'm going to leave a comment. And went on to further analysis on that. Thank you for that. Here's an example of a bad comment. What a effing retard. Nobody wants to see Brock Lesnar, even though the ratings go up when he appears, and he's been one of, if not the company's biggest draw over the last 5 years. Not to mention he's one of the guys who actually gets a reaction from the crowd. Oh, really? I don't hear a reaction for Brock. It's like a, oh, finally he came back deal. When nobody wants to see him, they want to see Sami Zayn then, right? Because Sami Zayn's going to put butts in the seats. F off. You know, I left that comment, and I left the comment saying what I'm saying here. Having an opinion, fine and well. Disagreeing with someone, that's fine. But calling someone a effing retard because he doesn't like Brock Lesnar is uncalled for. So I said straight up, like, I'll allow you to leave one more comment if you choose. Then say hello to the ban button. I typoed and hit bah button. You know, because insulting someone for their opinion is something that we're never, ever, ever, ever allowing here. Because everyone should have a right to their opinion, whether you have your personal opinion on it or not. But real quickly, actually, I shouldn't have that one open. I'm just gonna open up comments real quick and see if any comments real quick before we go on to today's feature topic video of the day. Bane, what's up? Let's see, almost 200. Yeah, no, dude, we're fucking close. Close. We're 3 away. 3 subscribers away, man. Hey, Brock Lesnar with a passion, but I like Paul Heyman. I cannot hate Heyman after what he did for Jim Ross after his wife passed away last year. Yeah. And see, here's the thing. Like, and that's not the whole point of what I was going on in the beginning there. I'm just saying, you can have an opinion, you can disagree with someone, and that goes for everyone out there. But don't call someone an effing retard because they have their opinion or they don't like someone. Because at the end of the day, everyone has their standpoint. Even though some might be completely ridiculous, out of the water. Even though people might go on rants on other people's deals and all that. At the end of the day, it's their standpoint. They're going to stick with it unless you somehow change their mind. Which, I mean, only person that can really change their mind is themselves. But anyway, that is beside the point. I'm going to be talking about Frankie Kazarian's tweets. Now, usually with these, I don't know if it's been mainly these are the wrestling reality ones that I've been kind of really going on the bad side of. But honestly, there's no bad side to this. I actually agree with Frankie Kazarian's tweet about the pro wrestling industry these days and how it's kind of, I don't know if ruined. If it's necessarily ruined per se, but kind of more on the downward spiral because of I don't know. He tweeted, I liked it when people were fans, when nobody knew who the booker was or cared. Nobody asked who wrote the segment, who was on creative team, was not even remotely a thought. Yes, everything evolves, which is a positive. But along the way, however, we've forgotten to be wrestling fans. And I'm just like retweet that right now because I just seen this a little bit ago. And you know what? I personally agree. I agree with all this. Because do you think I personally don't like ranting on wrestling. I personally like to be just a fan. You know, just be like, okay, you know what? You know, just relax and just enjoy wrestling. That's what I like to do. Of course, you have your opinions on it. Everyone can have their opinions on the show, but they're still fans regardless. There's no need to chastise the people. No need to do these hate people sticks or whatever the hell they call them. But nowadays, it's gone to this whole, I don't know, like, people are getting the scoops and people are finding out this information and are praising certain people from backstage, which, you know, I mean, if someone produced a good match, they should absolutely get credit for. I'm not going to say that they don't deserve to be credit for. But what if we removed the aspect of the spoilers? What if the aspect of who wrote the segment wasn't even a question? Just being like, oh, cool. This was a really, really good match. It was a good match. You know, let's just enjoy it for what it was. And while I do agree with the Frankie Kazarian standpoint on it, and I really do wish that I didn't know as much as I knew when it comes to, or quote, no, because not all dirt sheet rumors are true unless there's plain evidence. And, you know, the Backlash thing, Tyson Kidd producing the match for Miz and Seth Rollins, there was physical proof right there. The sheet was leaked. The paper was leaked about the order of the matches, who's producing them, who was the ref, etc., etc. But see, the reality of the whole situation is simply this. There's too many people within the wrestling business that are actually inside the business right now who leak things out to spoil the fun for everyone. Not just WWE. It's not just that. It mainly comes from WWE. But there are people in Impact, Ring of Honor, New Japan, etc., 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 who are in there just to ruin the fun for everyone. And to be like, oh, well, here's what's planned and all that. Maintainers want WWE and Impact Wrestling to die and go out of business. I'm not gonna stand here and say I haven't done that with Impact because I have, and I'm gonna be perfectly honest. If they did go out of business, I would be sad, but then I'd get over it pretty quickly. But you know what? They're doing their own thing. At the end of the day, doing their own thing. It is what it is. I'm not gonna sit here and bitch about Impact when I don't even watch it. It's not. It's just not my cup of tea. I've heard they do good for themselves. They've been on quite a roll. Good for them. I'm glad they are doing good for themselves. It's just hard to be a wrestling fan from that perspective when everything at some point is either rumor, speculation, or flat out spoiled. Releases, well, I mean, releases, one thing. Certain things that go on like outside of the WWE, that are like, Cena, Carmella might be dating, all that, no one, no, I shouldn't really say that because there are people that do care about that. There isn't really a point in reporting that is the best way to put it. I guess, I don't know. I mean, it's their personal life. Let them do what they want. If they want to go out, let them go out. I find, by the way, sidebar, I find the irony in Carmella, if that is true. I don't personally think it is true. Cena, Carmella possibly dating, if that is true, I find the irony in that pretty big. The only thing bigger than that would probably be Natalya, but that's beside the point. But if it's some stuff like, oh, it might be injured or someone's injured or, there's something going on outside of the WWE, that I don't really think ruins the aspect of wrestling. And that's more informing people like, oh, yeah, this guy's hurt. Yeah, this guy, this guy tore out his shoulder. He's going to need surgery. He's going to be out for a while. That's fine. Because, I mean, if WWE doesn't report on it, or TNA doesn't report on it, or Ring of Honor, etc., then there's got to be someone that reports on it. And that's one thing. But reporting on stuff that might have it out of speculation, I think people pay too much attention to that. For one, instead of taking it with a grain of salt. Now, some people probably think, now, wait a minute. YouTubers report on this kind of thing. Well, yeah. That's a YouTuber. That's a wrestling YouTuber. What a lot of wrestling YouTubers, not every single one of them, report on. Stuff that might happen. And some do over-exaggerate and say, oh, this is going to happen. Here's the thing. What if it doesn't happen? It comes to bite you in the ass. The way I look at it is, rumor goes out. Yeah, you can report on it. But some people, as fans, take that too literally and don't take into consideration also that, hey, these guys don't know everything. And WWE might have heard this and are like, change plans. Guarantee you a lot of the things that they were going to do were changed due to the fact of the rumor mill and the speculation mill and all that. At the end of the day, if people could just be fans without, and hold on, as I'm trying to wrap it up a little bit, I keep thinking about the things. Here's another thing. People insulting, and this, I kind of touched on this at the very, very beginning. People insult people for their opinions on wrestling. I don't like Brock Lesnar. I don't like Roman Reigns. There's probably a lot of people out there who like Roman Reigns. And a lot of people who like Brock Lesnar. That's fine. People could like whoever the hell they want. I'm not going to go. Sorry, Mike's acted up a little bit. I'm not going to go on someone's page and quote unquote bury Roman or bury Brock per se, just because they're fans of them. I'm not going to chastise them. I'm not going to go on a New Day's wall or page on Facebook or Twitter and just completely troll it completely. Because that's being idiotic, and that's a waste of time, and that's just, it's not cool. It really, It's not cool. It's stupid. Just because you might like one promotion than the other, that doesn't mean that you should just bully people for liking things in wrestling. That's not being a fan. That's being, I'm just gonna say, that's being a bitch. Flat out. Unfortunately, though, the world that we come to now is a world where people can't accept other people's opinions on certain topics. I left a comment on a Facebook thread about Brian's tweet about Big Cass. And because I noticed that it was kind of classified as throwing shade at Brock Lesnar. And I left a comment saying, am I the only one that notices that this kind of be throwing shade at Brock Lesnar and I personally like it? And I got multiple people being like, oh, Brock is better than Brian. And I'm just sitting here thinking, wait, I'm just making a point. I'm not even, like, going on out. Like I said, I personally liked it, yeah. Or loved it, yeah. But that's about it. I wasn't going to go further in. It had nothing to do with me liking Brian. It had nothing to do with me liking Daniel Bryan over Brock Lesnar. Nothing to do with that. I just personally love the fact that can be classified as firing a shot at Brock, and I loved it because it's a fact, in my view. Therefore, an opinion. I should say an opinion, not a fact. My bad. You see, you can't even put in your own input or point something out nowadays without someone coming in and bashing or having to put the 2 cents. And I'm just like, if you like Brock, that's fine. Like, you can like Brock. I was making a point. Like, goddamn. Can I make a point? Please? Like, it's just ridiculous nowadays that it's come to the point where a lot of people can't even point out something without getting chastised. And it's just sad. It's really, truly sad that instead of being fans, we have to go on and flat out just berate people for having a different opinion. If you have a different opinion, you can have a different opinion. I'm not saying you can't. What I'm saying is, if you're going to talk to someone, right, it's saying you disagree. If you can do it in a respectful manner, then that's perfectly fine. Have a nice little debate. You know, if I've commented on something and someone is like, hey, I get your standpoint, but I disagree, in a respectful way, then yeah, you know, I'll be like, okay, well, here's my standpoint on it. This, and this. I respect your opinion. I'm not going to try to change it. At the end of the day, this is how I feel, and that is my opinion. I see your standpoint, but I still stand my standpoint. And if the other person goes, I see that, but I still disagree because this, and this. That's what I call a good wrestling discussion and a good wrestling talk. Because people with different opinions can get along. It's just a lot of people don't see that. That combined with everyone knowing a lot of stuff when it comes to who's producing matches and all this other stuff, it's kind of hard being a wrestling fan. Not hard as in I'm going to stop, but hard as in hard because people just, I don't know. I guess it kind of brings in the sense of still real to them? I don't know. It could be that. It could be something else entirely. I don't know. But all in all, guys, that is going to do it. The main takeaways is this. Take every rumor that you hear from the rumor mill, like Ringside News, NoDQ.com. I have respect for those guys. Like, they got to earn, if that's the way they earn their money and put food on the table and feed the kids, all that, then, I mean, that's one thing. Like, I get that standpoint. But just remember, take every rumor that is talked about here, that is talked about on NoDQ.com, that's talked about on Wrestling News Source, that's even talked about by Dave Meltzer. Take it all with a grain of salt and just move on. If it happens, then you know what? It happens. There are some of them that are point on. There's some of them that are a little bit wrong. There's some of them that are completely out of the park. I got a feeling that, Jack, you're watching the video right now. To be honest, I hate any kind of spoilers, whether it's wrestling, movies, etc. So annoying. I do get you, Soundboy. I don't. I can agree on that. I can agree on that. And the problem is, I have the tendency when I see a spoiler on something, I can't help but just look at it. Then again, you might have been talking about Infinity Wars. Shoot. You may not be watching my video. I don't know. But that I just seen your tweet. But guys, at the end of the day, like I said, take every rumor, every little speculation from Meltzer or Aaron Rift or Wrestling News Source, and that's not a bash towards them at all by any means. I'm just saying, take everything from them with a grain of salt. They don't know everything. No one knows anything except for the people that are in the business themselves, in the promotion that the rumor is starting from itself. When it comes to, you know, stuff that might happen with a certain person or yada, yada, yada. Be nice to each other. Be respectful of each other's opinions. Don't call them names. Don't call them idiots. Don't call them idiots. Because they're not an idiot for having their own opinion. And they're not an idiot for letting their voice be heard. And all in all, guys, you can have your opinion on the product. That's all fine and well. Just remember 2 things. 1, they're trying what they are trying to do to entertain you, no matter what wrestling product is. And for 2, just be a fan. Just sit back and enjoy the wrestling that you get. Greatest all, greatest end. Yeah, that's the same exact thing. It's the same thing. It's the same thing, Scott. But all in all, that's going to do it, guys. Thank you guys for watching. If you liked what I have to say, be sure to hit that thumbs up button. If you like what you're seeing here, subscribe for more content. Tap the little bell if you want to, just so you don't miss an upload. Because there's plenty of these, and I mean plenty of these. If you agree, disagree, or have your thoughts, leave them down in the comments down below. Be respectful, or you get a ban. And at the end of the day, guys, like I said, this is a channel, a group channel for a positive community. We don't have time for any negative community crap. We don't have time for people leaving hate comments towards people just because of an opinion. With that being said, guys, remember to be respectful to each other. Be nice. And take care, everyone. I had to do that again because like my mic's fucking up. Be nice to each other. Be nice to each other and take care. And we'll see you guys in the next shoot. Peace out. There. Got it out.